The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Rav Zilverstein told a story that will blow your mind. There was a boy who was in elementary school who had a teacher, a male teacher, usually called a Rabbi. This teacher, one day, I don't know what the kid did. I'm sure he wasn't deserving of it. But in front of the whole entire class, the teacher said something to the kid that was supposed to be confidential. That was supposed to be, the principal has those notes that no one is supposed to see, right? And it's like, really, really, really private. The teacher went ahead in front of the whole entire class. The teacher said to the kid, "I know the truth about you and your family. You can't hide. You can't escape. You think no one knows about it? I know about it." In front of the whole class. This kid went home that day and he was sullen, withdrawn, shaken. Next day, worse. The next day, worse. He stopped going to school. The kid never recuperated. He never was able to get married, build a family. He was broken. Shame, embarrassment, humiliation. Years later, when this boy would be around 43 years old, one of his former classmates made a wedding. So other classmates were there, and guess who was there? Their teacher. The one who publicly shamed the boy. And they were all talking. They were schmoozing. And somehow somebody brought up, "Remember that boy?" And the teacher said, "Yeah, whatever happened with him?" So, "You don't know? He doesn't talk to anybody. He's just a broken soul. It's a bracha on neshama. You mean he never moved on in life?" The teacher said. "No." "You mean he never got over anything?" "No. He's destroyed." The teacher realized, I destroyed a neshama. I ruined him. I'm going to go to Gehenna. I'm going to burn. If I don't get mechila, if I don't get forgiveness, my nitzchias, my eternity is... You can't hide from Hashem. Hashem sees everything. Hashem hears everything. There's no such thing as anybody getting away with anything. You say a bad word, it stays. You do a sin, it will haunt you. He says, I gotta get forgiveness. He finds out where the boy lives. No, it's a man now. Goes to the house. He sees somebody who looks like he's 30 years older than he should look. Sitting there on the porch in a rocking chair, just rocking. Like devoid. Just like staring into space. Like with froth in his mouth. Sick. Says to him, he says, "It's me. Remember, I was your teacher. Please, I beg you, be moichel me, forgive me. I want to do tshuva. I realize I destroyed your life. I feel terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. I have no excuse." Guy ignored him. For 3 hours, he stood there begging. He says, "I'll do anything, help me." He doesn't want to be condemned for life. Forget about life. Forever and ever and ever. And you think it's just limited to him? His children, I'm sure, will also suffer. Finally, his former student starts speaking. Probably the first words he said in years. He said, "The only way I'll forgive you is if you gather the entire class together. Bring everybody together. And in front of the entire class, who you ashamed me in front of, ask forgiveness. Beg forgiveness. Humble yourself." Okay, I'll do it. Goes back to his town. He goes into the school. Now he has to find the records. This before, before like Google, where you have to, he tries to trace You understand how difficult this task is. Some of these classmates, some of these former students of his are already grandfathers, married many years, already grandfathers. Some of them live abroad. He has to get everybody together. He has to pay for their air. Why should they want to come in? He has to pay for everybody's airfare. They has to pay for the travel expenses. So he goes to a Rav to ask a shayla. Am I obligated? He made a calculation. It will cost him $20,000. And the Rav said to him, had you gone ahead, driving a car, and ran over a little boy, and killed that little boy, Rahman al-Islam, what would have happened? Spent years in jail? You would have hired a lawyer. How much do you think the lawyer would have charged you? If you wanted to clear your name, if you wanted to exonerate and acquit yourself, you would have spent, how much is it worth you? How much is it worth for you to clear your name in Shemayim? It's not worth $20,000. It's worth a lot more.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org